Today what we're looking at is a Ferrari 550 Maranello. It's getting a full body paint protection film wrap. As you can see, there are pretty significant superficial defects in the paint. There are some quite heavy scratches, but it's not down to the primer. I don't think they're showing up where the the video is being focused right at the moment. But there are a few heavier scratches. When I go to move the camera, you'll probably be able to see it. The point of this video is to demonstrate that even when the film comes off, let me back this up. Sorry about this. Let me back it up. The owner was asking via a phone call this morning if when the film comes off in the future, if he's going to need to wax or correct the paint, glaze, whatever, after the film comes off. The process went a little bit like this. He came in for the consultation. We went over the car. We did the wash and decon. He understands with paint protection film, he does not have to get the paint corrected for it to look beautiful because the film is essentially going to mask what's there. It's not going to harm anything, but it's also not going to make it, well, it's not going to harm anything. It's not going to make anything worse when installed or when it comes off. So the point of this video is you can do something very superficial even when the film isn't there and get the paint back to looking really even better than it was when it had wax on it. Because when we did the decontamination wash, we don't want wax, we don't want filler, we don't want anything that goes between the film and the paint. What I'm going to show you is with a single pass of a product how you can get greatly improved results on the paint. And this is really primarily for the owner, but I suppose somebody out there may appreciate it as well. Let me get this off right here. Give me 1 second. And we'll see if we can't capture this a little bit different. As you can see, she's pretty rough. And let's see how she behaves after we do work this product. I'm going to start with a slow speed, low pressure, rather medium pressure, I'm sorry. And as we approach the edge, we need that pad spinning off of the edge. If you see I've edged the pad up a little bit, we want it spinning off of the edge. And what that will do is limit the possibility of burning through the edge of the panel where the paint is, burning through the paint. As the RPMs go up, the pressure lightens. We work the pad flat. As I approach the edge, I'm edging it up. Pad's rolling off of the edge. And I'm going to show what just a single pass can do for this. It will not be in a what I would consider finished state, but it will not be far from it for not a full paint correction, but for something to gloss it up. I would still very likely go over it with a DA, a dual action polisher, just because while we can finish down with a rotary, it just tends to be a bit of a lengthier process. There's a point where the juice is not worth the squeeze. great thing about this product that I'm using is with a little bit of effort on a rotary, you actually build up a membrane. This would be the way to take a single product, and instead of leveling the paint, what we're doing is building a membrane over the paint, which will enhance the gloss. And technically it would fall under the category of a filler. I do not use it as a filler unless it would be a situation like a classic car or something with very thin paint where we don't want to level the paint, we want to build it up. But the membrane this creates is very durable. It will look very nice, and it'll last a very long time. And you can even coat over it because it is a Modesta product. It's Modesta P-01A primer. Everything's still good on it. All right. Now I need to let this product sit for about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back. But watch in the video because nothing's going to change here. I like to do everything with a single shot, but it really doesn't make sense for me to leave the video running. So just pay attention to everything here. You'll see it'll have everything identical when we come back, and we'll just save some time on the video. And we are back. As you see, everything's the same. Just gonna come in here and buff off a little bit of residue. I think you guys are gonna be really impressed with how this looks, considering it's a single pass. It is especially for those with classic cars or those with limited paint to work with, what we're able to extract in terms of gloss with a product that's not going to cut. It's not going to take away from what's already there. It's only going to add to it. Big difference here. And you can see some of those heavier scratches right in there, I believe. Let me see if I can zoom in on this thing. Will it let me? No, it will not let me. But you can probably, there it is. You can capture it at the top edge of the light's reflection. So there are a few scratches that are quite heavy, but even if you had, you know, a here and there kind of thing, I mean, there's a world of difference here in terms of the condition of the paint. Pretty much a direct before and after. Let me get this out of the way. No cutting. And Todd, I'm going to be sending you this video as well because I know you were asking. Basically, this is the approach we're going to have. We anticipate having for an all original, low mileage, original 328 GTS in black. Paint's pretty rough, pretty not this bad right here, but it's got some stuff that's showing through, and it is, I feel very confident it's all waxed up and glazed up at this point. That's pretty much it, folks. Thanks for watching. Fire off any questions you may have. Ciao.